Welcome to Linda's TV show, the home of news. Your first time of stopping by or coming across my YouTube channel, you are highly welcome. Please, I beg you for a favor, smash on that red button that says subscribe. Beside that red button is a notification bell. The essence of that bell is for you to be updated or informed each time or day I upload a new video. My returning subscribers, those who keep on watching my videos each time I upload, I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your comments in all my videos, both negative and positive ones. Thank you.
To make in life. And this Ohaneze Ndigbo group has been, despite that there are people who joined the group when they did not know the history of that particular group organization. But with the help of Scater Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of respected men who ignorantly joined the group now launched into investigation and discovered truly what Scater Nnamdi Kanu said about the organization. And most of them resign in a massive way. Many who has honor and dignity in them, they resign. They distance themselves from that organization. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this in today because most of youth of these days who have failed to, may I call it, read or study. The only thing they embrace these days is BB Niger or football. Something irrelevant, something that cannot add or elevate them, but they decided to pay more attention or channel more energy in these irrelevant things. I'm not stopping everybody, I'm not stopping anybody to not engage in whatever she likes to engage. But the world is moving forward. What every average youth on ground today should be thinking is, how am I going to engage? How am I going to compete with the challenge of the 21st century, which has been going off from analog into digital and sophisticated technology? Then you ask yourself, my base, or by the pattern of the governance in Nigeria, or what I'm seeing, am I really sure that with this, the angle which the world are moving to, am I going to survive as a person? This should be your question. Then that is aside. Why am I making this preamble is because of where I am going. You see, the Southeast politicians you see today, from our riverine area to our hinterland of Biafra region, you don't everly expect them to bring anything good to your doorstep. Because these men and women in politics of the zoo, they are under serious oath against that particular region called Eastern region. They are under serious oath. And what I'm telling you tonight is something that you need to allow it to completely be planted in your heart as a person or as a young man or a young lady who is coming up from that particular region. And why I'm telling you this thing is, there is a way the word that matters. Underline my language. There is a way the word that matters. Why I use this word, the word that matters? Because the world is being governed today by special interest. That's why I said the words that matters. The word that matters channel Nigeria state as a place of harvesting. Every world powers and the business giants channel their effort or their eyes on that particular space simply because of Biafra territory. Because this is where they are extracting everything that you see, they are putting in place in their own place, has been always come from Biafra territory. The towers you see today in France, on the street of France, the beauty of Singapore, the majesty, may I call it a magnificent structure today you will see in UK. Those things you are seeing in the street of America today, I'm assuring you that 75% of them come from Biafra land. Because this is how it was planned. And this is why the Fulanese shall remain the very favorite of this world that matters. They must remain the favorite choice of these particular powers. Because, like I keep saying, Fulanese in the midst of other indigenous people find themselves in Nigeria. The story of Fulani are like a story in Bible, where the two prostitutes had a son, and one of them lay on her own son, and they find out that at the middle of the night, she discovered that her son is dead. And she secretly exchanged her own son with the daughter of her friend, who is also a prostitute. And in the morning, they began to drag the living child. This one said, the living child belongs to me. The other one said, the living child belongs to me. You know, something that belongs to somebody, you will always cherish. You will not like to destroy that particular thing because it belongs to you. Then in their case, the one that lost her own child decided that they will use sword to cut the living child into two. When you cut a living child into two, which means the child is dead. So because she have lost her own child, she decided that her friend also shall lose her own as well. But surprisingly, both of them were led to a man of wisdom, to a king of wisdom. On the approach to the king, and the king asks a surprising question to both of them. Who owns this child? This one say is mine. Who owns this child? This one say is mine. King say, wait. What do you wish that I do to this child? The one that owned the child, the one that really truly owned the child, because that is her own resources, find from her womb. This is her own personal property. He said, King, may you live long. He said, King, keep the child. By the time the child grow, we shall know the true mother of the child. The one that lay or her own child, that her own child had passed away during the night, said, King, use the sword and cut the child into two. Give me half of the child and give her half of the child, so that peace will reign. King look at the utterance of this particular ancient Funani woman. I call it Funani woman. He looked at the utterance of this particular ancient Funani woman and said, and told his servants, he said, give the child to the woman who said, allow the child to live. He handed over the child to the woman, knowing too well this woman, she is the owner of the child. You know, something that you own, you will always cherish, you will always guide. But it's something that does not belongs to you. There is always the way you will treat that particular thing. What am I saying? The anger of this foreign brand that was imposed on us as governors and the senators and the House of Rep members and the Igwes in our land. I am telling you today, most of these people, most of these individuals you are seeing today with name, with Igbo name, they are not truly from our land. Because there's something that somebody will add, you begin to question the DNA of that particular person. I keep on telling people, if there is people or if there is any average young man that should be against the people of Eastern region, it should be us who did not grow up in the Igbo land. That's why I say blood always thicker than water. Blood always thicker than the water. No matter where you grow up, there is something they call a power of lineage. There is nobody on earth that doesn't have this spirit in him or her. What you act is what will prove to you where you truly belong to. I will refer you to again to the act of Moses. Why I'm saying this is because we have so much religious in nature. I will still refer you before I land where I want to hit these particular politicians today, but I'm going to hit them in a few moments. In the case of Moses in Bible, Moses was thrown up in Egypt. He ate the food of the Egyptians. He was trained up in a family of Egyptians. He was trained up in a king's palace of Egypt. But something occurred. The blood where the Moses came from speak directly from inside Moses without Moses knowing. Actually, Moses should be against the people of Israel because he was trained completely from the land of his father's haters. Unfortunately, he fell into the family and the hands of his biological fathers haters. Let me just put it that way. But nevertheless, that particular blood spoke on Moses, suddenly unknowing to him. Moses saw an Israelite fighting with an Egyptian, and he watched them fighting. As soon as the Egyptian want to overpower the Israelites, which is where Moses remember, Moses belonged to Egypt, where he was trained. He look at it in a normal sense. He's supposed to side the people he know too well, because Israelites, he did not know them too well. He decided to fight against the Egyptian because there is blood that was speaking in him, and that blood is called the blood of origin, the DNA, the true DNA of where he come from was speaking in him seriously, and that particular spirit moved him to fight against where he come from, because that is where he come from. He fought them, he killed the Egyptian, and he opened sand and buried the Egyptian in a favor of an Israelite, where his original DNA is clocking. What happened? It's not today. Sabo has been in existence right from ancient time. Upon Moses being a helpful hand to the Egyptian, to the Israelite, time came, the same people Moses saved wanted to put Moses in trouble. Time came, the same man, the same people he helped begin to tackle him. The other one say, do you think I am like Egyptian you kill? He did not tell the story from the beginning. He did not tell that he nearly killed and he nearly killed them. Then he intervened and helped them. Now he wants to set Moses up in the hands of Egyptian government. That is what, this is why I'm telling you, this is the people you are seeing today in our land. This is the Igwes you are seeing today. This is the House of Rep members you are seeing today in our land. This is the kind of senators you are seeing today in our land. This is the kind of some successful businessmen and women you are seeing today in our land. They are like this. It is called spirits that entered into the people and possessed the people. Spirit of betrayal. The anger of these individuals, the anger of Eastern politicians is simple. Since the formation of Nigeria, since Nigeria have been in existence, there have never been in any history in the world or in existence of Nigeria that the people from Eastern region have ever enjoyed security like they enjoy security in the year 2020. Should I repeat myself? Should I repeat myself because of those that Satan has entered into them? They are everywhere. Those that never want the people of Biafra to drink a water and drop cup in peace. Those that have vowed that they will never see any child from Eastern region grow up without being intimidated within the space of Biafra. The anger of these governors, the anger of these senators The anger of this House of Rep members and the traditional rulers, the anger began immediately. Immediately, God used Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB generally to put comfort, to bring comfort in terms of security to the people of Eastern region. The governors from the riverine area of Biafra land, the governor from the hinterland of Biafra land, then became so angry, they became so furious in their spirit, they became so uncomfortable that abomination has happened in a place where they are under oath. Because the oath they are under is, they have vowed that there is no good thing that will come into the land of Biafra. If you doubt me, I will give you instances. This is why they all loot our states. They will go to Lagos, another man's land. A governor, a politician, or a senator will loot dry what is meant to develop his or her own state. He will take that wealth to Lagos and build mighty supermarket in Lagos, and leaving his own space empty. It is not ordinary. This is a vow that have been already built, and nobody will collapse that particular vow. This is why most of them, like good example, P2B, build the highest mighty supermarket in the north. This is why they are all having investment outside Biafra land. You have asked yourself, have you asked yourself as a man, as a young man, what is behind this particular act from our politicians? That the only thing they always erase in our land is the mansion where they will live. And that is not, they always erase a lower cost mansion in our land, while they will now move down to Lagos and build the highest mansion. This is how they do it. They will move down to Abuja and build the highest mansion. They will move down to Kanu. Even an Igbo politician prefer to go to late Muhammad Buhari's village, Daura. He prefer to go there and put a mansion of billions of naira, worth of billions of naira, in a place there is no water, in a place there is nothing in existence there that is attractive. He prefer to waste millions, billions there. That is where, this is where I look as a man who grew up in the midst of the politicians. After I studied it, my first question I asked Nnamdi Kanu is, what exactly did this man see that he want to take this upon his shoulder to call back the senses of this lost race? Because all of us, we are completely lost. Completely. Anybody that said he is not lost before the arrival of Nnamdi Kanu, that person, God will punish you. If you open as a person from Eastern region, you say you are not lost, you are not among those who have lost, you are a madman. I ask myself a question. What did this man see that make him want to call back a lost race, completely lost, 100% lost race. I say, this work will be difficult, but with God on his side, God is going to give him men that will help him to achieve this mission. Because another thing is to begin the mission, another thing is to sustain the mission. I said, God is going to give this man. Because first thing I did was to study the heart of this particular man. Then I was well convinced in my spirit that he truly come for a true mission of salvation. This is not mission of getting your wealth, disappoint the people. No. Immediately I see that, I come in. I say no. I will be among of this particular mission. But the mission will be difficult. The mission will make you lose a lot of things. But it doesn't matter. But do it so that heaven will rejoice. Because we are the promised people on earth. God, upon us, there is a promise of God upon all the people from Eastern region. Naturally from God. But upon all this promise, God will not come from heaven and save you. God was looking for a character like that to act in him. And as soon as God find that particular character, God went into him and based into him, based inside him. That is why whenever I come online, God always say, Lion man, always speak this word and leave the work for me. Tell them that no single hair, I don't come again, Tata, no single hair in B0MBSHELL Nnamdi Kanu head shall fall, except if God does not exist. I said it again to the Fulanese. I say it again to this Eastern region politician that Satan has entered into them. I am repeating this word again today. Hear me and hear me clearly. I don't care who they are sending. I don't care what they have put in place. But what I'm saying is, there is no single hair in B0MBSHELL Nnamdi Kanu shall fall on the floor. Except God does not exist. Why I keep on saying this thing? For these people who are still having hope. Who are still having hope that their secret will be covered. Who are still getting this particular hope. This hope have made them keep on pushing. Let me push more. Let me push more. Let me push more. If I keep on pushing, I may get results for this secret, for me not to be ashamed of my activity. No. You are a liar. More you push. Let me tell you what you are doing. You are pushing your lifespan. Let me tell you what you are doing. If God have given you 90 years on earth, what you are doing, you are pushing until you will push suddenly and push to the particular age you are, you will die. You will reduce, you will push on. While you are pushing, you think you are making effort to cover your secret. You will push until you get into grave. Suddenly, you will get into grave. Because I know the activities of all the politicians from our land. I know all of them. When I told you that.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, As you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notifications. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.